here we are, the alignment of your team. Well, we kind of got into a lot of this. So I want to give you a few recommendations on for your team, whether you're 2 people or whether you're 5 people, what you can do to really get the most out of your team to make sure that everyone is centered energetically around the result in your business. There are 3 calls that we lead in our partner businesses. So when I partner with a client, we do these calls, we lead them for our clients, so they don't have to think about them. But if you don't have someone like an integrated partner like us, then you would lead these yourself. We also lead these internally with our own teams. We'll do 3 main calls during a launch. So what we do is we structure our launches in 90-day periods. For us, it's just easier that way. And they're generally 6 weeks to an event, 6 weeks post-event is how we run it. We sometimes will do multiple events depending on the client, or we'll just do one big one, like the one we're having today. It's actually happening right now. It's exciting. Hope it's going well. And so 3 calls. First is the kickoff call, arguably the most important. This is before you even start marketing, before you start prepping the event, before you start anything. I recommend you lead a kickoff call with anybody who is going to have an effect on this launch. If they're building a funnel for it, maybe they're doing some admin for it, regardless of who they are, bring them on this call. On this kickoff call, you're going to go over 4 things: vision, goals, roles, and Q&A. And so the first thing I'll say to this is you all are visionaries. All of you just shared beautiful visions for why you're here. How often do you let your team know that? My goal is every team call, I re-anchor us into the vision of why you're here, because your team isn't the visionary. They don't know. They're not thinking about this. They're not as connected as you. And so sometimes because of how passionate we are, we just think our team is going to be just as passionate as us. Well, they won't if we don't help inspire that action. That's our job as leaders. And so what I invite you all to do is lead a kickoff call with your team where you go over all of these things. 2, mid-launch check-in. So you're 45 days into the launch, do another check-in call where you can check on all the things you talked about. Where are we? Who needs support? And acknowledgements. I've seen time and time again that visionaries underestimate the power of acknowledging your team, the power of celebration, the power of motivation by leadership. I took a year off a couple of years ago to work within another company. Took a year off my business. It was before Beyond the Peak was created. And I worked with a company called Kaboom with one of my mentors, Preston Smiles. And they did this so well that I've never seen a team so fulfilled to work within a company. Every call, they would acknowledge their team. Every call, I would feel seen. I would feel heard. I would feel supported.